Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another pick a card all about what is coming towards you, your blessings and what you can look forward to in the future. So hopefully there will be some love messages or financial messages. We're just going to see how it goes. So let's get started in this reading. First of all, we have group number 1 with the pyrite, group 2 with the copper sphere, group 3 with the clear point, and then we also have group number 4 with the pyrite tumblestone. So please choose your group. We're going to see what blessings are coming towards you, what you've got to look forward to. There may be love, there may be finance, career, there may be abundance, there may be anything like that, friendship. We're just going to see how it goes and see what messages want to pop up for every group. So please choose your group using your intuition. If you struggle choosing a group, just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and see what pile is redrawn to you. All the timestamps as usual are in the description box down below underneath this video and in the comment section. So also, if you would like to, please subscribe and to click the bell if you would like to get notified when I upload videos, hopefully if YouTube wants to notify. And also I have rates and I also have my crystal shop down below, so please message me if you're interested in a reading, but please message me first before sending payment because my rates do change and also my availability. So let's get started with group number 1 with the beautiful pyrite cluster. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys got the beautiful pyrite. Pyrite is probably one of my favourite crystals for money and grounding. It's really good at helping you get in your masculine side. If you've been struggling to kind of get into your masculine energy, this is going to be really good for you. I also do sell these on my shop. They are very high quality, so if you want to get one of those, then they are there for you. So we're going to have a look into your tarot. So the main energy of what is coming towards you is the Strength card. Okay, so I feel as if this may sound kind of like, oh, I don't really want this card because, you know, it can come with hardships. What I'm seeing is this is actually you, first of all, coming out of a hardship, and secondly, it's actually giving you so much of like a clump of abundance. It's giving you like a clump of abundance. So this can come with money and possibly like fame and success, but I think it's also coming with love and finance. I'm really getting it's more about your energy and how you're kind of coming across and how successful you deem yourself. So basically whatever your kind of idea of success is, whether that's career, whether that's money, whether that's a relationship, I feel as if it's you coming back to who you are, and whatever you're wanting, it will come to you because you have started with yourself. You're working on yourself and you're working on your transformation. So let's have a look and see what is coming towards you. Let's clarify with the Strength card. Okay, let's have a look and see. So underneath, first of all, before we start shuffling, we have this King of Wands energy. So what this is making me feel like, first of all, really working on your masculine side, really deliberately focused on your masculine side, deliberately focused on the passion, the raw sexuality. The sexuality is to do with how passionate you are about yourself, how passionate you are about life, your actual sexual needs, things like that. So this is also really important because it's kind of like the energy of like you've gone through so much, you're welcoming in this blessing and it feels like it's coming in really easily. It's almost like, it sounds so strange, I'm going to try and say it in the nicest way. Basically, it's like after you've given birth to you know, a baby, or an emotional something or other, and you have that open-hearted energy. It's kind of like when you go through some hardship and it cracks you open, and therefore you have this massive open kind of gouge, basically, but it's a really beautiful kind of like opening. It's kind of like when the butterfly comes out, like the caterpillar comes out of the chrysalis into a butterfly, and it's starting to open itself out of the chrysalis. That's kind of what I'm feeling for your energy, and it feels like you're really holding on to something that is kind of causing you a lot of pain, and I feel like you are letting go of it slowly. It feels really good. I think some of you guys are not wanting to be in this hermit mode anymore, feeling like really stuck and confused. So there's a lot of mental energy, and I am actually filming this video on a full moon in Virgo. So I mean, it's full moon or new moon, one of those. I always get them confused, which they're literally so different, but I always can never remember what the actual word is. But basically, you guys are really working on your mental health. You're working on your mental clarity. I wonder if we can bring this out a little bit. Okay, that's the widest it can go. And I feel as if for you guys, it feels as if this is preparing you for something new. And I don't know exactly what it is right now, but we're going to clarify with the other cards. So what they're showing me is what you're going through hasn't gone unnoticed, And can you see how all these kind of sword energies are turning into this beautiful fiery energy? So it kind of is coming through all these hardships to somewhere where you feel a lot more comfortable. So underneath the deck we have the Ace of Cups. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like you're really getting clear on things. It feels very mental, like a lot of you guys are really working on your mental body. And I do feel like I am going to pick up on some sort of like physical blessing coming in, but right now we're focused on kind of the preparation towards getting there. They're not being too specific on what it is right now, but I do feel it's really about you working on your masculine side. It's about working on your power, your vulnerability, allowing people to come into your life where you feel like you're safe enough to love, and also letting go of friends who have really hurt you from your past. Especially specifically friends, like not people who you've been like sexually intimate with, but also coming back to your power. And I feel like this feels like a really balanced person. This feels like a really balanced female, like balanced on the masculine and the feminine side. So of course, if you're not a female, this will still relate to you, I feel. But the energy that I'm feeling is I'm just getting this image of this female, and she's so empowered and grounded and sexual and passionate without any kind of doubt as to who she is. And it feels so empowering. It feels like the new like Aquarian age energy that's coming in. It's just so sexy. So what I'm feeling is you are literally going to be a magnet to this abundance. We're going to see what kind of energies, what's happening around this, and then we'll see if there's any kind of physical abundance that wants to come through. Moonset. So it's funny because we have a lot of mental energy, so it's really asking you to come back to your mental health. Endings, quietness and setback. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you're preparing for something. That's why things have felt very quiet. That's why we have that Hermit card and the Hanged Man, because it's like I am not ready yet. All in perfect timing. There we go. Moonbow, openings, divine timing and portals. Neptune, lovely. So it does feel very in the head, and intuition is very much in the mind. It's in the pineal gland. Neptune rules intuition. It's very much about spirituality, letting go, endings, subconscious, things like that. So if you've been doing a lot of therapy or shadow work or anything to do with the subconscious, you're really kind of bringing up all the crap that needs to come up. Basically, when I say crap, I never mean that in a bad way. When I say crap, I just mean like all these things that you've been holding on to that aren't even yours, that have come from childhood, that have been put onto you. That is essentially like the crap that you don't need. It's kind of like when you take a big poop, it's like it feels great, you know, that kind of energy. It's like really dumping and letting that out. And it's like a clearing of toxins, because we don't want toxins in our body. That's not something that we aspire to be as human beings. So for you, what's really being asked is to come into meditation, do more meditation, what works for you, and also be in a quiet space for like at least a couple of weeks, as much as you can. If you're working a lot, make sure to have like at least an hour and a half to just be by yourself, because your energy is very sensitive at this time, okay? So we have Fortuna, the Wheel of Life, Fated Moment, Prosperity. So you are literally waiting for something to come into your life, which is why I feel like this video is very important that you're starting watching this video, because I feel like you have been waiting for a very long time, and things just haven't manifested, and it's because you're still in this period of trying to figure things out. And a lot of it, guys, a lot of it is not conscious, which is why it's taken so long, because you're basically coming into a new section of your life, and it's not going to happen overnight. But what I'm feeling is you're going to come into much more solid ground. Your ground isn't going to be toxic. It's kind of like you're the flower and the universe is the one planting you, but you're deciding where you want to be planted. So right now you're the plant, your roots are kind of dangling, not feeling very grounded, feeling like really untethered, like you don't have like a purpose, or you feel very unconscious, like you're not connected. So why that is because you're basically in the in-between. You're like in the threshold. And I feel like I'm seeing these roots, and they're doing this. It's kind of like those plants in Harry Potter, where they basically grab them and they're screaming when they come out of the pot, like, oh my god, I need to get back in the pot. That's literally you. You're like, ah, oh my god. It feels very mental. It could be like very Gemini or Virgo energy that you're dealing with at the moment. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you're in the threshold. So the reason why this is happening is because you're in the threshold and you're waiting to be planted. Basically, you're not going to be planted in the same place you were planted before. You're not going to be in toxic soil. There's no narcissists, no lack, no kind of trying to fix everything, trying to control everything. That new garden for you is going to be feeling a lot of joy. You're going to be feeling a lot of pleasure, but you have to own that you deserve pleasure. You have to acknowledge that you deserve pleasure. So that's why you're working through all of this subconscious crap to not take it with you. And the crap sometimes can be good because, you know, when you basically plant a flower, sometimes, you know, manure can also be very handy. So your energy, you're not actually losing anything, you're actually gaining. And basically when you're planted, you're going to feel so much more free. There's much more room, there's more people that accept you, that love you for who you are. Basically you're coming into a new life and you're having to shed the old. That's basically what I'm saying. But there's a massive metaphor that needs to come out of that. I definitely feel like a lot of you guys are going to meet some new friends. There's a massive sense of confidence coming from you as well, which I absolutely love. It's a very sexy energy, which I really like. I like how we're really bringing in that sexual aspect, because sometimes, you know, sexual energy isn't just sex. It literally is not. It's so much about your creativity. It's about what else? About, and we have Harry Potter. I always get a Harry Potter vibe from this, or like a really witchy kind of, like you're getting ready for something, you know, like get the letter to Hogwarts, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's like your creativity, it's your masculine and your feminine side, it's your passion, it's your sense of self-worth. And the sun makes so much sense because you're really working on your masculine side, which is so lovely. And that pyrite is so much about that. Okay, so very much so, lots of things to look forward to. I feel as if you're coming into a brand new you. I think a lot of you guys are going to be moving house. I think a lot of you guys are going to be working massively on your confidence, and you're going to be happy. Basically, your entire life is changing in terms of how you feel, as in being in your body. So a lot of you guys probably haven't felt very comfortable in your body for a lot of your life. You're now beginning to feel much more confident, therefore you feel more comfortable to try new things. And I definitely feel like it's just really subconscious, so that's why it's so hard to bring down like physical messages to actually tell you like, oh, it's going to be love, career, whatever. It just feels more about you right now, and you are going to get some blessings. You really are. It's just really hard to say like what specifically it is, but what I'm feeling is it's very much about you being aligned. And what happens when you're more aligned is you're open to more new things, you're able to think more clearly, and you're able to have much more confidence in moving forward. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to start doing a career that's more to do with therapy, healing people. I feel like you're going to do your career that you actually really want to do and you're not scared of doing it anymore. I also feel as if with this letter, I genuinely feel like this pyrite's literally set the tone for this entire reading. It's literally so much about your self-worth, your confidence, because this is to do with the solar plexus, and so is the sun. So you are definitely going to get some sort of message very soon. I do feel like it's something to do with finances, law, something getting sorted, something getting cleared. I'm hearing clearing, so maybe it could be like a clearing to a university, clearing to a new business. It could be like you're clearing out your old desk to then go to another workplace. But basically there's something new happening and it's allowing you to flow more freely, and you're actually allowing new things to come in. It feels really lovely. I just get with this, I'm getting like the human body and anatomy. Some of you guys might be really into anatomy, like craniosacral therapy, Reiki, something to do with the body. I'm not sure. I'm hearing like the beginning with an N, neurology. I don't know what the word is, something to do with the brain. I'm also hearing numerology. I'm just seeing like things are aligning, and the letter is basically saying like you're ready for this, but you just got to wait for the invitation, especially if you're a projector in human design. You always got to wait for the invitation. But this is lovely here. So it says, connect with positive energy of the sun and see abundance radiate into your life, warmth, happiness and success. And this is showing you that basically you are on the right track. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I don't feel like it's really not that that long. I just feel like you have to wait just a little bit longer. Okay, it's not going to come like overnight. And remember, you guys need to be really kind to yourself as well. You're doing a lot of transforming. So yeah, it's all to do with your home, very much to do with how you feel about yourself. There could be something to do with your mouth, like you could be getting like dental treatment, or something to do with your jaw, letting go of a lot of resentment from the past. I feel like a lot of you guys are very like perfectionists, and you do put a lot of pressure on yourself to perform in a certain way or be a certain person, and you no longer have to be that type of person anymore. Like that is the old you. And being a perfectionist does have its perks, you know, like it does help you to do things in a way where people notice you, because you have that kind of air to you where you feel like very much in control. I just feel like for you, it's very much about your relationship to yourself and how you're showing up for yourself. What the main blessing is for you is confidence, which is going to affect your entire life. So it's not like it has to be something physical, but you could be manifesting a Taurus as well. And we do have Pisces underneath. So it feels as if people are going to start noticing you. Therefore, you're going to get a lot more, possibly if you have an online presence, a lot more followers. You're going to get a lot more success, because it feels like what you're attaining isn't something physical, but it turns into something physical. So say if you've done a lot of emotional work, you feel much more stable. Therefore, when you feel stable, more people are attracted to you. Therefore, you get more clients. Therefore, you get more money. Therefore, you can afford something, you know, that you really want. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And it's very much about the earth element. So if you're feeling very ungrounded, the best thing for you to do is to go out in nature, because I feel like the main element to actually attracting this is to get as grounded as possible, like get away from your head and get more into your feet, into your legs, and into your sacral, which is your sexual area. And your root chakra. Like those lower chakras are really, really important. And I'm feeling as I'm saying that, I'm getting a lot of tension in my jaw. So it feels as if there might be a resistance to getting grounded, because where you're in your head so much, it might be a sense of like, this protects me. So hopefully that makes sense. Obviously crystals are really good to help you get grounded too. I freaking love hematite. Hematite's amazing. Black tourmaline, pyrite for confidence, things like that. And I do sell a success and confidence crystal kit and things like that on my shop, because I've used them and they honestly are amazing. They're all specially selected by myself. So I'm going to pull you some dice, because I feel like for you guys, I want to just get a little bit more clarification on what's going on with you. You're definitely letting go of seriousness, which I think is a really big blessing for you actually, because your life has been quite dramatic and serious. Yes, you're coming into balance. That's gorgeous. So this is really interesting. I never pair like Sagittarius and Libras together, but we have like the Libra energy and Sag. So it feels like things you wouldn't think would come together are coming together. And we have the South Node in Libra, which means your North Node would be in Aries. So basically you're coming away from unbalanced energy and you're learning to be more assertive, which makes so much sense because we have the Sun, we have that like masculine energy, we've got the Self. And I feel as if you're going to have a lot more, I'm hearing a lot of more journeying. You're going to possibly do some journeying, as in you're going to go deeper into yourself, possibly do some shamanic work, meet some more people who are on your level, allowing people to come into your life who are deep. Maybe you have avoided that depth before. And also this is going to allow you to, where you have more confidence, you're allowing yourself to explore different things more. So you might try a new career, you might try new hobbies. You might try like mixing up your hairstyle, your clothing, if you feel like that's always been like something that you're not very confident about. Maybe even buying like, I don't know, a shed to make a workshop so you can do something down the garden for yourself. Something like that, like you're implementing different things for your business or for who you are to kind of accelerate you forward and give you confidence. And it's just like the tiniest little things can make such a big effing difference. And the 9th house is all about Sag, it's about travel, philosophy, higher education. So you might start a new course, you might research something that really like expands your horizons and makes you feel like, wow, I need to go into this more. Yeah, it just feels like you're coming away from like that passive energy and being more assertive. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a private reading, all my information's down below. So much love to you. Have a lovely day and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello my lovely group number 2, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your pile. So you guys chose a beautiful copper. I freaking love copper. I think it's probably one of the most interesting crystals I've probably ever kind of come across recently. It's kind of like, I never realised how much I needed copper until I actually got it. So this is to do with kind of grounding yourself, really getting you in your body, really allowing you to think more clearly. It sucks up all that energy. I do sell this on my shop, highly recommend. And they're just so freaking good for meditation. Like if you guys are just overthinking central, this is perfect. Okay, so let's see what the main energy is for you guys. The 10 of Swords. Okay, we have releasing, we have excreting, dumping, and just getting rid of all those toxic energies, girl. So let's clarify the beautiful 10 of Swords. So what I'm feeling is a lot of you guys have taken on a lot of responsibility from people. Like you always feel responsible for people, where you feel like you have to do everything for everyone else. And I'm hearing no more of that, girl. You are meeting some lovely new people who are so much of your energy. They're so much more for you. So basically you've probably met a lot of people who are very selfish, very, I'm hearing self-inclined. I don't know what the kind of word is they're kind of trying to tell me. Is this in the reverse or is this in the upright? This is in the upright. Okay, that feels better. Yeah, so I feel like for you guys, you're definitely meeting some new people who really get you and who make you feel really confident in yourself. Who make you feel like you're you again. Maybe you've had a lot of people who kind of sucked you dry, basically made you feel like you're not you. I just want to get one more card as well. So we have the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Let's get one more. Some of you guys, I randomly just saw you guys doing a boot fair or some sort of fair, or for those of you in America, I know you guys love doing your yard sales. We don't really do that here in England, which I wish we did because they're fucking cool and they're amazing. But yeah, basically I'm seeing like vintage shops, like recycling. I'm seeing something kind of being rejigged in a way, kind of like you're creating something new out of something that was old. So it could be like you guys want to do some sort of hobby around recreating something, like recycling. Basically I'm seeing like a denim jacket being painted, and it's really hard. Like I feel like suddenly it's almost really hard to get these messages out. Like the messages are in my mind, but it's really hard to actually explain them. So maybe that's kind of where you've been feeling right now. Everything's just been feeling really kind of stuck and really confusing. We have the Five of Wands, this in reverse, is in the upright. So this is you being guided the way by your guides, by your angels. And I feel as if you're going to meet a lot of people who are really going to open your heart chakra. You've had a lot of people who've made you feel very closed off, and one of those people could easily be a relationship. If you're ready and if you're meant to have one, I definitely feel like I could be there for you, and something that's definitely an option. So one of the energy that I'm feeling is kind of like the energy of black tourmaline. Sometimes I get an energy described as a crystal, and black tourmaline is very much about excreting and releasing any toxic energy like EMF waves, Wi-Fi waves, pollution, additives, sugar, like bad sugars, stuff like that. That's what I'm feeling. So a lot of you guys are going to be going for a big diet change, a big physical change. A lot of you guys might be going into some sort of transition of some kind, maybe like a sexual transition, a physical transition, could be losing a lot of weight, could be gaining weight, you know, whatever you need to do for your body. It feels so fucking good. It feels like you're owning your body again. And the King of Pentacles, I feel like one of these is important. Let me just see where we're at. What's this one about? So this is new energy. This is possibly energy that's in the future, or energy you're letting go of. Okay, so basically you're coming into something that's much more stable. So you're meeting a lot of earthy energies, whether they actually have earth signs or not, they just feel very earthy. You're going to meet people that are not distracted. You have met a lot of people that are very distracted. This is, let me feel, I feel like it feels like you're coming into more of an emotional pleasure. Like this person is like part water, part earth. But this is also you're letting go of like people who emotionally manipulated you. Yeah, that's lovely. I'm hearing like you're cutting stuff clear. You know when people like say like you have like when the sexual tension is so much you can cut it with a knife? That's literally what this is, but it's not sexual tension. It's literally tension is being cut with a knife, and being, it's like getting rid of it. I'm seeing, this is so random, like I'm seeing like a bit of like meat, and it's like really like it's cutting off the fat, like the edges, like they don't need to be there anymore. It's like I don't want to consume that, I'm just going to take that off. Or like, you know, when you have like moldy cheese and you're like scraping off the mold, like some people do. That's not me, but you know, I understand why people do that. That's kind of that energy of like, I don't want that, but I want this. Like you're being very clear, like that's mine, that's not mine. And before maybe everything felt like a blur, this feels very clear. So it might take you a little bit of time to actually implement this new confidence and newfound kind of clear energy. But I definitely feel like there's some new people on their way. Like these people are on their way. Like I don't feel like they're in your life now. They're kind of like in the ethers. They're kind of in the vibe. They're kind of like, it's really hard to explain. Like they're kind of in like a bubble of protection right now. And that's basically how I would explain it. It's kind of like they're being held. So you know when things are like held in customs, when you send something, like it gets held in customs if it's like abroad and you have to like pay to get it out, you have to wait to get it out. That's kind of like that. They're being held to wait for you to come into a more confident space within yourself, or to clear some old stuff. So it doesn't mean you actually have to physically clear. It feels like an emotional clearing, but this person that's going to come in, or these few people that are going to come in, feel so much more comfortable. They don't feel like they're going to be forced into your life, like you feel like you have to be around them. It feels like just so authentic. They could be a Pisces, a Taurus. They feel very like earthy and watery. So they could be an earth sign or a water sign, rising sun, Venus or moon. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards on what else you're kind of working through right now. Lovely. So we have a perfect moment in time, the Sea of Tranquility, harmonious connection and arrival, a quiet time to retreat. A lot of you guys, the messages that are coming through are all about retreating, which is really interesting because all the time I'm kind of like channeling, I'm trying to get like physical, like what's the physical abundance? It's like, nope, you gotta wait for it. Yeah, so a lot of you guys are definitely working on your relationships. You're working on how to interact in relationships as well. You're learning how to, what's the word? Kind of like see things clearly, like you're not being clouded by rose-colored glasses anymore. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm feeling. Leaving the past behind. Bye-bye. South Node, karmic baggage, shedding the skin, insecurities, and then we have Supermoon, align your beautiful soul. I'm picking up on that song. Is it called Beautiful Soul? Beautiful. It's by this guy called Jesse. You guys, some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. So we have Supermoon, harness your power, embrace the light, energize. Basically, a lot of people have kind of like shunned you or like shamed you for your light because basically they couldn't handle it because it's very, wow, it's like so beautiful. So basically you're using your light to actually bring you to where you need to be and coming into a more solid foundation. And what I love about the South Node is it really shows you where you're leaving, what you're leaving behind, and things you possibly have taken into this lifetime. So have a look at your South Node and see where that is kind of in conjunction with this energy, because I feel like there's a very, very big connection, and this is definitely to do with past relationships. You might have had some karmic baggage with a partner in a past life, if that's something that you believe in. I feel like one of you guys is, or a few of you definitely have had a lot of karma with a certain relationship in a past life, and it's kind of coming into this life, but maybe even before you kind of come into a new relationship. If you are single, I feel like you're releasing this and being really conscious of not bringing that in, because you're just like, nah, I'm over that. I don't want that kind of energy in my life anymore. So I do feel as if when you clear out a lot of your own baggage that you're feeling, I hate the word baggage, but it's kind of accurate for this. So if you're clearing a lot of baggage, you're very aware of the types of people that are coming into your life now. You're kind of no more of like attracting people with like karma or things like that. So this this person, I feel, is very easy to get on with, and they're going to come in when it's like definitely the right timing. Like they have to come in at the right timing. It's not going to be the right person, wrong time. I've always felt kind of weird about that as well, but there's definitely something that is clearing for you, and you can definitely be prepared for some sort of marriage or relationship. Of course, if you aren't single, because not everyone is, if you aren't single and you're already in a connection, I feel like you are definitely clearing a lot of karmic baggage. And possibly for a lot of you, you're kind of thinking, is this the right person for me? But of course, if you're in like a really happy relationship, I definitely just feel like you're doing a lot of karmic baggage releasing, and it just comes with having a partner along with it. So for those of you who are single, you're kind of just doing it by yourself. But those of you in relationships, you might be feeling like very like hermit mode for a couple of weeks, and your partner might be like, is there anything wrong? But basically you're just like releasing a lot of things that just aren't meant to be there anymore and don't need to be there. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let's see what kind of physical blessings there are. The main one I'm picking up is relationship wise. It doesn't feel like it's just love. And that's what I was saying, like the 5D, I literally felt like they're in like a 5D little bubble. I just feel like it's to do with all of your relationships. So when I say relationships, I don't always mean just romantic. Relationships can be your family, your friends, your neighbours, your friggin' work colleagues, you know, anybody you have a relationship to. And what I'm feeling is a lot of you guys are finding a massive sense of comfort in a certain place. So say maybe you are starting to feel much more comfortable in your body, therefore you're no longer like kind of hurting yourself by being around people who aren't good for you. You're really letting go of a lot of things that just aren't good anymore. A lot of you guys are getting a lot of intense dreams. You could be manifesting some really intense dreams that give you a lot of inspiration as well and kind of tell you where you are. Oh, I love this card. It always makes me so happy. I love the colour yellow. It's so pretty. So we have confirmation. The answer is yes. So basically, yes, whatever you're wanting right now in terms of something that's not physical. So like if you're wanting more love, if you're wanting more imagination, if you're wanting more creativity, yes. But in terms of it kind of turning into something, yes, a relationship I do feel like is something, but also balancing in your connections as well. And it will take a little bit of time. It's not like an overnight thing, but it definitely feels like there's some lovely energy coming in. So what I love is you have 5D and 4D. So a lot of you guys are doing a lot of transmuting in the ethers. So you might not actually be thinking like, does this resonate with me? Maybe you're feeling this energy, but you're not actually seeing it outside of you. And that's basically because there's a lot of work happening underneath. You know what I really want to do, guys, is I really want to pull you a crystal card, because these crystal cards are really good at kind of seeing what's underneath things that's going on. So let's have a look and see what kind of thing you're working on. Yeah, exactly. First of all, we have Lepidolite, release and change. That makes so much freaking sense. That rules Libra. So that's Jupiter and Neptune. That's all about love. And the main one we have is Blue Obsidian. Oh my God, astral travel. Exactly, I love this deck. It's so good. So this is astral travel and envisioning dreams are protected and safe for you using this crystal. This allows you to uncover natural talents for the unknown. It clears away mental clutter and makes way for clear channeling of intuitive messages, allowing you to focus on one message at a time. A natural healer, Blue Obsidian promotes circulation for your body and opens the aura to receive. Aquarius, Saturn. Expansive, divination and astral travel. I mean, that's why I love this deck. I love crystal cards. Okay, I'm also getting massive back pain. So if you guys are dealing with back pain, you're probably just dealing with just feeling a little bit insecure. Feeling a little bit kind of like your structure's changing. So if it's happening in the ethers, you may feel it in the physical realm as well. A lot of you guys are possibly dealing with a lot of hardships to do with moving and the home. And it is gonna change for you, but it will be a positive change. Yeah, Cancer. Cancer's all about the home. It's all about that feminine energy, feeling safe in your body, things like that. Oh, my back is really, really hurting. Some of you guys are really dealing with back pain right now. Okay, so I'm picking up this renewal energy again, like something's being renewed. I've got the same message of group number 1. I'm picking up like a boot fair, like a sale or like a yard sale or something like that. You're making like old things turn new. There's definitely a sense of like death and rebirth. Okay. Right, we have the 10th house of ambition, and then we also have the waning crescent. So literally you're just beginning to start something, which is lovely. I'm hearing don't be hard on yourself. Like the healing journey is not just one straight line. So we have Cancer, the solar eclipse, we have secrets, we have Leo, we have Capricorn. So some nice grounded energy for you. The lunar eclipse and Jupiter and, Mars and Neptune. A lot of you guys are going to get a massive renewal around a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. The Leo and Capricorn energy, can you see how both of them are like really strong, powerful, like these animal creature kind of mystical things? I don't know what animals they are, but basically it's like just being empowered in your own skin, like feeling like I don't care what I look like in terms of like what people think of me. Just being like completely and utterly yourself. That's like such a big thing for you guys. And your person who you meet, or a person that you meet, could easily be a Cancer, Leo or Capricorn, or have that type of energy of just feeling really good in their body, and they're going to transmute that energy and give that to you. So when you hang out with them, you always feel really good. I feel like the person that's coming in feels really confident. Like they give you this sense of security. Like you feel like coddled kind of thing. Like it feels good. How many times can I say feel in like 30 seconds? Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like a private reading, rates are down below along with my crystal shop. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading. So for you guys, I just feel really randomly like I need to laugh. I don't know why, but I just feel this immense, gorgeous energy of joy, and I'm picking up on the number 10. So it feels like massive amount of completion for you. Like fucking get ready, girl. It's coming, okay? Whatever it is, it's coming, okay? So you guys have chosen gorgeous crystal clear quartz point. So I love her. She's always going to be my favourite. She's just so bougie and fancy. Okay, so let's see what the main energy is for you guys. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Okay, so the main thing I'm getting is like, I'm seeing like puppies, I'm seeing like babies, I'm seeing everything that's just cute and loving and sweet and innocent, and it feels like there's no care in the world, really living life to the fullest, being very present. So that's kind of the energy that is definitely on its way to you. It feels like a really big, kind of like I'm hearing this whoa. It's kind of like, you know, waves kind of like gather up, they suck up the water like that, and they go, it's like that. You're kind of in the period of like this, and then you're going to go, that kind of thing. So you could have had lots of dreams about waves, water, because it feels like you're building up this energy for something to go out and come through. It feels fucking gorgeous, and I'm so happy for you guys. Okay, so let's get you some more tarot. Let's see what else is coming towards you. I'm hearing I'm finally me, like I'm finally allowed to be me, and I think a lot of you guys are quite watery or very intuitive. and there's been a lot of people who just can't see who you are, and therefore it's kind of made you feel very blurry about your personality. So therefore there's going to be some people who really, really respect you, and it's come from a place of really very deep healing, but it feels really, really good. Okay, so there's definitely someone on their way to you. This feels really good. This feels like kind of unusual energy. It's kind of like I'm not sure who they are right now, so we'll have a look and see. It's kind of like it, sometimes when I'm channeling, energy just takes its time to just kind of come in, so we'll have a little wait and see while we're shuffling and see what that's kind of bringing in. Lovely. I'm hearing it's no longer my fault. I think a lot of you guys felt like something was your fault, and you took a lot of it on by yourself. Yes, lovely. Massive amounts of confidence here. Are any of you guys starting a crystal shop? I just suddenly saw like a shop on like a high street. I'm hearing boulevard. I'm hearing like a boutique in a boulevard. I don't know, something like that. So one of the blessings could be that. I'm seeing some of you guys on like one of those lawn mowers that you sit on and you like mow like a really large lawn. We don't really have a lot of those in England because we literally have quite small gardens. But what I'm seeing is you've got more space to kind of roam around, and you're allowing yourself more space. And I think a lot of you guys are really taking a lot of self-care. Ten of Swords is feeling that like, I'm just going to release it now. It's no longer my problem. It feels so fucking liberating. It feels like the energy of the dolphin. Like play, happiness, healing, feeling really present in your body. I feel like it's massive kind of orgasmic energy of like something being like sucked up and then bleh, gone out. And it feels like it needs to happen. I think a lot of you guys are releasing such a shit ton of trauma, that's for sure. But basically, this person feels really important. I love it when like the figures come out into this card decks because they're so clear, like the way they look. So you could be a water sign dealing with an earth sign or vice versa. Or you could be specifically a feminine dealing with a masculine energy. And remember, masculine and feminine is different to male and female. So what is this person? This person is, I'm hearing, is creating change for you. So are they a partner? They're saying they could be, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so they're a friend, not too sure. So this person's kind of on their way to you, but they haven't physically manifested themselves yet. You might be feeling quite isolated right now, feeling quite alone. But basically what I'm seeing is in this alone time, you're finding out where your safe space is. Like you're finding yourself again, because maybe you're an empath, you suck up people's energy like a sponge. And you're coming back to who you are and feeling much more safer. This person, they're kind of like a massive mystery to me. So if you're single, this person definitely is possibly like in your future in terms of like a person. Like it could be a person coming towards you in your future. This is so random. I'm seeing you guys like tobogganing. Some of you guys tell me in my comments like, I love the way you just randomly channel, and yeah, like this is literally how I channel. Like I literally just feel like whatever comes towards me. And I'm seeing you guys like tobogganing with this person, and it's like childlike play, like it's child play, like it's kind of like, I'm seeing you guys like trampolining with a partner or like a male friend. It feels like a masculine person, like you're with somebody who you could easily be in a relationship with. So depending on what sort of sex you're interested in, or what sort of energy. So this does feel like a female and a male, but of course everyone's different. Just take whoever you prefer as it resonates. But basically, whoever you prefer, you're with that gender. So say if you really are interested in women, you're hanging out with a woman, and you're kind of like with your friends, and you're slowly getting to know each other through like lots of childlike play, like lots of dates. But you're not really classing them as dates, you're classing them as like just hanging out. And then you suddenly realize like, wow, I've got like loads of feelings for this person. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like a mystery, like you don't know who the guise of this person is going to come in. This guise of this person might not even be a person. It might even be like a spirit guide. It might be a dog or an animal who you've wanted to attract into your life for your family. It could be even a baby who, it's like a new soul. It's like a new soul or a new energy that's helping you to become much more authentic with who you are. And we'll have a look in the other cards, and we'll see what else wants to come through. Because if the soulmate card comes out, I will literally laugh so hard. We're going to go with this moon deck first. We're going to see what else wants to be present here. I'm picking up on the sign of Pisces, Leo and Cancer. So that could be, yeah, partnerships, definitely. So a lot of you guys are definitely coming into a solid foundation. Wow, my nose is itching like no tomorrow. Okay, I have the song Say Something in my head, Kylie Minogue. I'm hearing like you're waiting for that person to say something to you. Because the lyrics go, say something, tell me how it feels. So it's almost like this person, I think that's the lyrics anyway, that's what I think they are. And basically this person, you want them to tell you how they feel. It's like I'm trying to get it out of you, but this person isn't somebody you already know. Like I'm not feeling like it's a what do they know about you, what do they think about you kind of situation. It's like the person that you're going to meet, you're going to have so much fun with them, you don't really care how they feel. It's not going to be a stressful feeling of, oh, I wish I knew how this person felt. It's like, I really love spending time with them, but I'm kind of feeling this air of like, you know, like a kind of like sexual vibe or a really like powerful physical connection. We have leave the past behind, self-know, karmic baggage, shedding the skin and insecurities. Hell fucking yes. That's definitely what you're going through, 100%. Okie dokie, awakening, summer solstice. Next summer solstice, massive amounts of awakening for you guys. That could be easily a timing. Juno, partnerships, marriage and loyalty. Lots of change for you, creating a really solid foundation. We have align your beautiful soul, harness your power. And then we have Neptune. So massive amounts of comfortable energy coming in for your relationships. There is a sense of like renewal in your relationship. So you're kind of figuring out, what is my light? Where am I shining in my connections? And I definitely feel like there's a lot of new people coming into your life, which feels so good. I'm picking up on like the Australian flag. So hello to any of my Australian people. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of Australian kind of energy there. I just really saw the Australian flag. Australian like American flag, and I'm feeling like a lot of heat on my face, like I've got the sun in my face. Ooh, hi. So we have the gift, giving and receiving, affection, offer, tangible. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Like the universe is giving you some sort of gift, but it's like a surprise. That's why I keep hearing like a surprise. Like you can't see what this gift is. Like it's like, yeah, this is the energy, this is the exact energy I'm feeling, right? It's like you have the gift, but you don't know what's in it. So you can see that there's a gift there. You're like, oh, that's a gift, that's nice, but you don't know what's inside it. So this gift could be like a pebble, it could be like fresh air. Like, you know, there's like gifts that literally are like air, like you buy air, and it's like a gag gift. It's kind of like that. It's like you don't know what's in it, but you know it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be a rock, you know, unless you really like rocks. And like me, if you like crystals, that is also a good thing. Okay, so we have fire. We have independent, which is lovely. So coming into your independence and very, very fiery energy, which is lovely. Ooh, sage. I want to get a couple more. We have divine timing. So a lot of you guys are really stressing out about timing right now, which is perfectly okay. And sometimes, yes, timing is fucking frustrating. I feel you, girl. Especially when it's to do with bringing in new people. Because we really crave community as a society. Like literally society is all about like bringing people away from each other. Like how much can we put them in boxes, you know? Like that's literally the government. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because I will literally get so intense. My Scorpio Mercury will be like, hi, let's rant. So we have wisdom, inner knowing and poise. You have basically been, there's a lot of people that kind of given you shit in terms of who you are, like kind of told you this is exactly who you are, either ignored you, told you who you have to be, told you your personality is too much, and basically it's giving you like a really confusing sense of self. Now you're feeling really clear because you've suddenly felt like things have cleared for you emotionally. You've done the work, girl. It feels lovely. Okay, so I'm also feeling anytime you feel like really overwhelmed, put a blanket over you. Because I feel like if you're a very physical, touchy person, having a blanket over you is going to give you a lot of like sense of like, coziness, you know? Whatever is your thing, whether it's like your sense of smell, so maybe get some aromatherapy candles or like some oil, burning some oil, or some sage, because it has sage. So, okay, so we have giving and receiving. We have fire, life is forged where there has been destruction, combative, feisty, excitable. Independent. You have worked hard to create the success and security you have around you. Indulge in your surroundings, for you have the self-discipline and maturity to do so. Plenitude, luxury, privilege. Sage. Sage your home and personal space regularly to expel any negative energies and to promote mental clarity. We then have divine timing, and we also have fortitude, number 55. So seeing things much more clearer, and I do definitely feel like you're on your way to something new. A lot of you guys could be buying like a caravan or a camper van. Like I'm seeing you guys wanting to do some exploring because you feel like confident enough to do that. And there's definitely a sense of like coming out of the fire into somewhere really calm and comfortable. But the gift is giving me so much joy. Like I feel like you're really coming into your joy. and coming into your gifts, which is really, really lovely. Okay, so let's get you some more cards. Okay, I'm just hearing like cherubs, but they're like children and they're like talking with each other. It's almost like they're trying to plan something for you. I never get cherubs or like small angels coming to me, so that's really lovely. There's definitely a massive inner child thing that you've been working on. Your inner child is really like present here. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some travel coming in. Let's see what else. Venus, yes. Lots of lovely energy there. First quarter. We have the 9th house. Some of you guys have seen like a figure of 8. Yeah, things are coming back around. Okay, so very fiery. We have Sag, Leo, and I feel like we have Cancer, Venus, and Cancer, Libra, and Virgo as well. Or we have Capricorn too. So what I'm feeling is things have felt very serious for you, and now that you're coming into a lot more joy, which I think you're going to feel so good about, because things have, I feel, have been very stressful for you. I'm picking up on the colour beige. Like things have felt very beige, which beige is quite a nice neutral colour where it's kind of like not too intense. But it feels as if you want brighter colours now. You want things that are brighter, that are more, you know, vibrant, things that kind of make an impact. So for you, you're definitely heading towards more of a spiritual career or a career in health. A lot of you guys are possibly going to meet somebody abroad, talking to people online abroad. Could be a Leo, Sag, or the other star signs that I mentioned. I just feel like a lot of you guys are clearing out a lot of karma, and it just feels really, really good. And I do feel there's a sense of completion, which is really nice. Around the next full moon, you can feel a lot of completion. And the energy I'm feeling is like rhodonite. It feels like grounded, but also really loving and open-hearted. So get ready, guys. It's definitely a journey, but you're on the way. And I do feel like if you're going to have a partnership coming towards you, which some of you I definitely feel like you are, they're going to look very foreign. They might still be from your country and they talk your language, but they look like they're from a different country because possibly their parents are from abroad. So I want to pull you guys some dice. I didn't do this for group number 2, I don't think, but oh my god, I love this. Wow, that's so gorgeous. So we have the Sun, Cancer, and we also have the 4th house, which is so perfect because literally Cancer rules the first house. No, 4th house. So you could be a Cancerian, first of all. I'm just feeling massive amounts of loveliness. So we had that Queen of Cups, which is literally the dice. So what Cancer and the 4th house rules is home, roots, family, emotions, foundations, mothering, children, women, femininity, and self-care. All the loveliness. So basically you're coming into fertility, birthing something brand new for yourself, and just feeling so freaking good in your energy, just feeling cozy and lovely and soft and squidgy. That's the energy that I'm feeling. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like to purchase a private reading, sorry guys, my microphone's doing something. If you'd like to purchase a private reading or you want to have a check out of my crystal shop, please have a look down below. All that information is there for you. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello group number 4, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your group and your reading. So you guys chose the beautiful pyrite. So this is a pyrite tumblestone. I freaking love pyrite. It's just so gorgeous. So I do have pyrite twice in this group. So you may have been, this video, so you may have been drawn to both piles. I think pile 1 had also had pyrite, the pyrite cluster. All right, let's see what blessings are coming towards you. We have, just in reverse or upright. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles. So this energy is all about finding yourself. It's about finding out who the frick frack you are. So right now, I feel like a lot of you guys are doing a lot of soul searching. There's a sense of seeing yourself much more clearer. And I feel as if a lot of you guys are just seeing things much more clearer. So let's see what else we want to come out here. Let's see what other tarot cards want to come out. Okay, we have the Moon. I'm hearing I'm tired, or I'm no longer tired. So it's like some of you guys are kind of giving up on something, which is actually a good thing, because sometimes we have to get to that point where we're like, oh, I can't do this anymore, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm done, you know? Especially if you're somebody who's really like analytical and very like sensitive or like protective over your energy. Yeah. Oh, the Emperor. Hi. Okay, let's see. Ace of Wands has come out literally for every single group. Such a lovely masculine energy coming towards you guys. Do I want her? Do we want her? I don't want her. Okay. Just clarify the Emperor, please. Okay. So, clearing out some old news. I'm picking up some of you guys have had like a really hard time with recognition. So if some of you guys are more on like I don't like saying it because I literally don't even think that's actually a thing. It's like conspiracy theorists. I hate that. But basically, if you are somebody who thinks from like a higher perspective and you've had a lot of clearing of old wounds and people have kind of been coming out your life, that's actually a fucking good thing, because I'm seeing that there's a sense of like your path is being cleared and then you're feeling much more confident to be who you are, because no longer these people are like dragging you down. And whether they agree with you or not, you might be very picky about who you're surrounding yourself with. And it just feels really, yeah, it feels really clear. So I do actually want to pull the dice for you guys actually. I don't normally do this at the end, but I want to do this right now. Okay, so we have Cancer, we have the 6th house, and we have Venus. Yeah, you guys are really like changing up your career as well. So whoever you're around in your career, you might be coming into like a new position in your work, and therefore you're around new people who really bring you up instead of bring you down. I'm feeling like this sense of community for you, and you're around people who are very caring. Possibly you're in an environment of like teaching, education, like a nursery, an elderly people's home. There's some sort of like feeling of like home and caring, something like that. So what I'm seeing is you may actually meet someone new in romance when you're working in a place of caring. So it could be something like you're a teacher or a healer. I'm actually picking up some of you guys even in any type of work. Like I'm seeing some of you guys working at like a smoothie bar. So random, but like I'm seeing you guys like, I can hear a blender like going on in my mind, and it's like it's really loud, and you're around somebody who wants a smoothie. It's like it's either like a customer or it could be like somebody you're working with. God, that is such a specific message, guys. You could also be just like really incorporating smoothies and a healthy diet into your life right now, because the 6th house is to do with health. So the 6th house is nature as well, and service. So for a lot of you guys have Virgo on your chart, you're literally your guidance and possibly your life purpose is to be of service to someone or something. Basically, it's to be of service to, you know, the community and the collective. So right now I feel like there's a big sense of finding out who you are, stepping back from old wounds and taking one step at a time. I'm hearing the song One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks. I love that song. It gives me so much like, it makes me calmer, because sometimes we get kind of like caught up and we have to know everything right now. So I feel as if a lot of you guys are coming into your masculine side, and then you're kind of manifesting some lovely friends who make you just feel like you, and you're no longer kind of stretching yourself. A lot of the times you've possibly had to stretch yourself for friends, or possibly had to force yourself to be this type of person where you're really just not that person anymore. You're also healing your wound to do with a father figure, which is healing your wounds in relationships, which is lovely. And you're coming back to your caring, nurturing self as well, which is so beautiful, and I'm so happy for you guys. So let's get you some more cards here. Let's get you some moon cards. I'm seeing a mother with a child, and they're like holding hands crossing the road. So some of you guys could actually have a child, and you're kind of seeing them like grow up, and you're really like fascinated by the way they're learning things. It could also be you kind of with your younger self, things like that. So we have imbalance and harmony. This card has come up so much. The main cards that have come up for each group has been Mars like energy, like the Wands, Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the South Node card. So it's really interesting how a lot of groups have had like really similar energies and literally the same cards. So a lot of you guys healing some old wounds. A lot of you guys are going to have a lot more energy around winter time, whenever that is for you guys, around Christmas too. There's going to be a sense of renewal. I'm hearing like, you know, that kind of feeling of sudden change in the seasons where it suddenly is really cold or suddenly is really hot. That's the feeling I'm getting. And when that season changes, your manifestations come along with it. It's kind of just like the energy, like the type of energy. So if you had like a squeaking sound, that's just me with the cards. Okay, so falling into place, planetary alignment, shifts changing, and a new era. So massive amounts of shifts and changes, which is perfect. That's what we want. So with this comes massive amounts of balance, feeling yourself, and just feeling like you have more choice. Like I feel like you're going to get a lot more choice, and there's this feeling of massive amounts of decisiveness. Like you feel really like decisive, and a lot of you guys are going for a massive rebirth, and you're doing a lot of healing to do with a lot of wounds. And if you ever feel like they need to rush things, basically they're showing me to just slow the frick-frack down and to really come back to yourself as much as you can. And if you need some distractions, frigging go for that, girl, because, you know, being a human being isn't always as easy as it seems. And South Node with that karmic baggage, I'm picking up on a scene from Frozen where she's like, the past is in the past, like that thing, and she's like, let it go. Oh god, that song is so annoying. It's a lovely song, but it's also really annoying. I have a love-hate relationship to it, but it's basically such a lovely energy of like, fucking release it, girl, fucking go for it, do your own fucking thing, that kind of energy. All right, I hope that makes sense. Some of you guys have like a dream career, and there's a sense of you guys just really to just go for it and don't let anyone hold you back from it. Ooh, a slidey. Okay, so we have the Sun, number 19. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the past is in the past. Like suddenly, something's suddenly changing. So I'm getting this like image of, you know, those videos where people try fireworks and they literally like don't realize how freaking crazy these fireworks are, and they let them off, and it's like you don't know what's going to happen until you start it. That kind of energy, and sometimes it's really surprising. So I'm picking up on these people, like this bunch of people, and they're like setting off these fireworks, and the fireworks has kind of gone really crazy, but it's just such entertaining content. And it's not the type of content I'm normally watch, but what I'm feeling is this sense of like just complete release and not even caring about what the repercussions are. But what I feel like, it doesn't feel like I don't really care what happens. It feels like I'm no longer pushed or pulled back, no longer being held back by other people's opinions of myself. Okay, so we have magic and labradorite, so massive amounts of spiritual changes for you. There's definitely some people who are going to be really supportive in your life, who are most likely on the same track as you in terms of spirituality or religion, wherever you sit with that. The sprout, new opportunities will be revealed to you. This is all about you guys having something just suddenly come up for you, but you might not be able to see the blessings at first. So you might feel sudden subtle changes within yourself, then maybe like your skin suddenly clears up where you've had a lot of acne issues. It just feels like a sense of clearing, like something clears itself up and it's like finally feeling so much better. Maybe you've had some possible issues with like, I don't know, limbs or muscles or your stomach, and that's suddenly starting clearing up, and then that in turn comes with a lot of physical changes, like a lot of feeling much less tired, feeling much more comfortable. And the number 31 here feels really significant. Like these two feel really significant because they're both in nature. There's a lot of like nature here. So we've got the sun, we've got the sky with the fireworks, we've got the earth with the sprout, you've got the tree, and we've got the lightning. So it's all about things happening in their natural timing, and realizing like as humans we like to rush stuff, and it's like, okay, well, how quick can I get this? But as we see in nature, things take time and things can be more slower. But in nature doesn't care where it grows. Nature doesn't care when it sprouts. It just wants to sprout, it wants to grow, but it doesn't care where it grows. It's like, girl, it's like weeds come out and then we pluck them, and it's like these weeds don't care. They don't have like an emotional reaction to us plucking them. So what I'm seeing is you're basically just doing you, and you're exploring where that's going to take you, especially to do with the kind of gender you're interested in. So whether it be male or female or whoever, the type of energy, you're just feeling much more confident in your relationships because you're no longer kind of being tied down to a certain person or like a certain energy. So every time you get into relationships, maybe you kind of like numb yourself or you kind of avoid any sort of emotional connection. You're kind of learning how to come back to that and realizing what that's all about and how to bring that in, because a lot of the time it's to do with our childhood. It's to do with how our parents dealt with it, how we deal with it, how we were brought up, just everything like that. I'm seeing like an image of you guys being in like a Wendy house, which for some of you guys don't know what a Wendy house is. It's a playhouse, like a playhouse in the garden, and just being like a child and feeling really free and comfortable. It just feels like that energy. It's very similar to group number 3. It feels like a really strong childlike energy. We've also had Capricorn come up so much. there's this sense of like, I fucking won, you know, like, yeah, Saturn, like I fucking did it, because Saturn's really heavy, like, you know, it can be really, really heavy. Some of you guys might just be coming out of a Saturn return or entering a Saturn return. So the major blessing I'm really feeling is a sense of like clearing, renewal, and maybe possibly meeting an Aquarius or Capricorn. Changes happening in your career is going to be really shifting for you. You could be meeting a Scorpio as well around your home. Or you could be, I'm feeling like some of you guys have a mum who's pregnant and one baby could be a Scorpio, like that's so random. But some of you guys could be meeting a Scorpio baby, and that's just going to be clarification that things are shifting for you. But I feel like the Scorpionic energy is probably one of the main kind of omens for you. So if you see like scorpions, if you see like images of like beetles, eagles, phoenix, things like that, that's just a real big symbol that things are shifting for you. Snakes possibly as well. And I'm feeling like this 11th house energy is really freeing, like just feeling really comfortable. And the last thing I'm feeling is this, I don't know why I'm picking up, but like I'm seeing like old gypsies in a caravan. So like I'm feeling like very, very old times when they had like these gorgeous caravans and they did like fortune telling and things. It feels as if like you're coming back to your roots, your ancestral energy, but it doesn't feel like it's patterns. It feels like your purpose and your life. Yeah, your life's purpose basically. So maybe there wasn't any proper physical blessings there. Hopefully there was, but I just feel like it's really hard to sometimes ground the energy, because sometimes your blessings can be literally like an emotional change or something like that. Okay, yeah, okay, definitely. We have some physical changes. We have like massive amounts of changes in your self-esteem, your personal power, and there's definitely some massive changes in your career. You could be meeting a Taurus in your career. You could be able to afford more things because you're earning much more money. We also have the South Node in Taurus, which means the North Node would be in Scorpio. And that's what I'm saying, there's a massive amount of like Scorpionic omens here. Yeah, lovely, massive amounts of transformation within your career as well. Feeling like you know yourself more now, and you could be getting a lot of self-worth from your career in some capacity, especially if you work with like the healing arts or some sort of transformative energy. Even in cooking, I'm feeling, because you know cooking can also be transformative, because you're making like ingredients and putting them in heat, and then you know it's creating something. So yeah, thank you so much. The last thing I'm also feeling is some of you guys who are like midwives or work with children. I'm just hearing you're in the right career. Like if you feel like it's the right thing for you to do, I definitely feel like it's the right career for you. I'm just seeing you might be coming more into the more holistic side of it. You might be learning about kind of, you know, pregnancy and birth and things like that. And you might even be teaching people that. It feels like a very kind of like community kind of vibe energy. You know, when you have like the shaman of the village or the old lady of the village who's very wise, you're the sort of person I feel like people are going to come to. You're going to be very needed, I feel like, in the future, in terms of like yeah, basically just coming back to our roots and doing things more naturally. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you would like a private reading, all my information is down below along with my crystal shop. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.